In this tutorial, you're going to learn how to create a skillion roof. I'll also do a split skillion roof and add a flat roof at the back of the house. To start with, check that you've deleted all your construction lines. Once you've done that, Control A, click on the selection tool, right click and make a group. Go into your layers palette, add a new layer, call it ground floor or whatever floor you're working on. Then in the model entity or entity info, making sure that you've got your ground floor selected, apply the ground floor to the correct layer. So you know when you click the visible, uncheck visible, it will disappear, but it's still in the drawing. I'm going to rotate the building so I can see this section of the house. This is the part of the roof I want to work on. Using the pencil tool, I'm going to go from this outside corner here to this corner, to this corner, and then back to the start, and you can see I've got a complete rectangle over that surface area. Use the selection tool to select the surface. Use the push-pull tool to pull it up. You want to constrain it to 0.2 of a meter. That will give you a thickness to the roof. And as you orbit around, you can see that you now have applied a roof to one side of your house. We're going to apply the roof to the other side of the house. And if you've built your walls correctly, like I have, you can see I have a slope that goes from just under my windows down to the side of the house here. So to help me create the roof, I need a few construction lines. The first construction line needs to run along this wall here and be the same height as that wall there, so you can see I've got a construction line here. The next line will run out from here until the same here. And now I want a line that goes, a construction line that runs out from this wall here and joins this line here. I needed to be able to achieve this point here to connect my roof. So as I orbit around, you can see I now have a point here that I can join to make my rectangle. So using the pencil tool again, and back to where you started from, and you can see I have another roof filled in here. Use the push-pull tool again to pull that surface up, constrain it to 0.2 and orbit. So you can see I now have the two parts of my roof. Now I'm going to do the flat roof at the back of the house, so exactly the same thing as I've done before. Using the pencil tool, I'm going to start in the corner here. Close that in, push-pull tool, pull up, 0.2, enter. And you can see I have a roof, but I have a small gap through this area here. So I'm going to turn the ground floor off temporarily. Use my pencil tool to come from the intersection up to here, drop straight down, and then pull back to here, and you can see that's now filled in. And if I turn the ground floor back on again, you can see that space is filled in. I'm going to make a couple of adjustments to the roof. Using the push-pull tool, I'm going to pull this eave out 0.5. I'm going to orbit around, do the same thing on the other side of the house. Pull this side out 0.5 orbit back to the front. I'll do the same on the garage. Pull this one out 0.5 and this one 0.5. So now if you look at the house, it has eaves that stick out somewhat from the house. I could do them longer if I wanted to, but I've just chosen to do them 0.5. This one at the back, I'm actually going to pull out a little further. It's going to provide some undercover area. So this one I'm going to pull out 3 meters. And you can see there I have my roof completed. I'm going to delete the construction lines. Going to make the ground floor visible. Orbit around slightly. Going to select the roof. Right click, make group. Going to add a new layer and call it roof. While the roof is still selected, I'm going to go into the entity and make sure that one's on roof. So I can turn that off, turn ground floor on, turn roof on, and I have my roof completed.